baby. Hey, so I forgot to give you guys an update. You know, I went to visit Kirby Sage, baby.
Like, we're going to be going to YouTube and doing a stream in a second. So, like, a bunch of those people are probably in the chats right now. Goose gang in the house.
That's right.
Gang in the house. Gang in the house.
Oh.
Gang in the house. Gang in the house. Gang in the house.
Baby.
Gang in the house. Gang in the house.
Kirby Sage, baby. Yes.
Gang in the house.
Kirby Sage, baby. Yes.
Gang in the house.
Right here. You guys are in the house now. Baby. 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 Yeah. I didn't know they were here, bro. Nice.
Gang in the house.
Baby. Yeah. Big brains, the IQ, probably the average IQ of the DeFi Kingdom scene. Here's what I had to say to them about it. Baby, visit Kirby Sage. Yeah.
Kirby Sage, baby. Yes. Kirby Sage, baby. Yes.
Gang in the house. Gang in the house. Gang in the house. Gang in the house. Gang in the house.
Oh, baby, we got Ogre in the house. I'm back. I just slept 26 hours straight with a couple breaks in between. Nuts. Had an awesome trip in Vegas with George. He had a big, VIP party where we hung out with all kinds of people. George, Dreamer was there. We had Mind Your Biz, Seth with Mind Your Biz. We had, who else? We had Jet, Next Crypto Jim. We had Brian D. Evans. We had Ian with WAGME Games there. Ooh, so I'm looking at projects that might be on this TV show, Next Crypto Jim with Jet. I'm wondering, and I've been doing my research a little bit. We all know, of course, we're suspecting DeFi Kingdoms to be on that TV show. Also, Suka, maybe. I know they applied. I know WAGME Games applied. I know Squid Games applied. Who knows who else? There's some other ones maybe in there. We'll see. So, Ogre, we had the AMA today.
Yes, sir.
I love it. How are you doing? Yeah, Kong sent out the tweet. I retweeted it.
Yeah, baby, Mythic Squad.
Dude.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was a great AMA. I wouldn't say it was one of their crazier ones. No,
right.
Huge alpha drop, but just that weekly grind, right? And that's what it is. That's what I like seeing from teams that are building, right? It can't always be huge, crazy, earth-shattering updates.
Yeah.
That's not real. But to see them continue to jump up there and make the best out of the work that they're currently doing, that's multi-week progress. I don't know. I like it. It makes me happy. And there are a lot of things that are going on that have recently dropped and are kind of evolving in the background. They definitely brought up Holiday again. That is going to be huge when that really pops in.
I know. So they talked a lot about it. They did talk about a lot of things that are coming that are really important to pay attention to. There is some feedback coming in from you, Ogre, I think maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. I hear some feedback maybe coming, background noise, something coming.
You're talking about from here.
From you, yeah.
Ooh,
maybe.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't have my normal mic up because I just got back a couple days ago from Colorado, so I don't have everything set back up because I brought my rig.
Gotcha.
From the
Yeah.
onboard mouse right now. Let me move that. Is that better?
Yes, I have. The feedback stopped. Oh, it's still kind of there. It's not bad though. It's nothing too crazy. Okay.
I did. I moved this away from my keyboard or away from my laptop.
It might be that. Yeah. It might be that. Okay. Yeah, definitely feedback, says Kong. Okay. So there was supposed to be a big, and it's still there. I wonder if it is your phone. Is something playing on your phone? Maybe in the anyways, okay. So there was supposed to be a big announcement for DeFi Kingdoms at this event, but they pushed it back. Dreamer said no. I know what it is. More good things going. Okay, so we had Brian D. Evans and George there. I'm excited for things coming. Jet with Next Crypto Gym there. Excited for all kinds of things coming for this project. Super bullish. They also talked a lot about in this AMA. Dreamer talked, first of all, Magnus hit on RPC issues and RPC updates, but Dreamer also talking on Klaytn and that relationship. And he went on a good amount of time there. That's important to pay attention to because they've got a proposal out that they're putting out there to Klaytn. We'll see what happens there. I know there's been some things go on with Klaytn over the past few months where not sure what's going on. It's still been a positive, I think, relationship, but they're wanting to spruce things up there. Any thoughts there with Klaytn? What are your thoughts there? We haven't talked a whole lot about that here lately.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the cable. I'm going to plug up the my external mic here next time you start talking. So I'll pop out for just a second because I got to go get the cable out of my computer bag.
Sure, no worries.
Dude, I am loving. I think Klaytn, there's untapped potential right there.
Yeah.
Because as they said, like we're responsible for like half of their transactions on their chain right now, and their community is not even really engaged. It won't be until we get into cacao. I believe it's cacao. But essentially, I was stationed in South Korea for a year when I was a younger man, and it's a very insular society. With the war going on in the north, like it's very homogeneous. Like unless you're in a port area, like everyone's South Korean, and they all have this one app, kind of like WeChat, but it's cacao. And that one company, basically, what Elon's trying to do with Twitter, to where it'll be like the one financial and social everything you use. Like, that's nothing new. He's modeling it after apps that exist in China and in South Korea. And South Korea, it's this cacao one. I believe it's cacao. I might be remembering incorrectly. It's something similar, though. But basically, that's where their community is. So if we want to get the South Koreans involved in this game, we've got to get into cacao.
Okay.
Once we get there, I think there's huge opportunities.
That's an interesting take. Okay, I have heard of cacao, but I kind of forgot they existed until you just mentioned them again. That's cool. Yep. Okay, yeah. So you hit it. 50% of all of Klaytn's fees, not just transactions, but the fees on chain is from the DFK involved, like from this ecosystem. So I'm guessing it's more than 50% of all the transaction volume are happening from DFK ecosystem on the entire chain. And so interesting there. See, I know Dreamer and the team, they've been talking to other chains out there, lots of other options, people, begging to have a realm placed on that blockchain. And so I think, kind of a little takeaway was to try and have Klaytn up their game a little bit. I think also Christian Peter just put out a text that I didn't have time to read, a tweet about a proposal, or maybe it was like a grant fund or something that he was talking about with Klaytn. So we'll see what goes on there. Okay. Here comes Ogre. So definitely something to pay attention to there. I think, if need be, they've got other plan B and C and D. One of the things they talked about also in the AMA is how slow they are to make big decisions, even with their partnership with Halliday and I think Swipe X or Swap X or whatever that one was. They talked to a dozen other ones before they made a final decision on what to do. So they talked about how slow moving they are to make the right decisions, for the ecosystem, for the community, always being careful to do what's best. and the team just keeps grinding. They talked about also the Bazaar only being on the DFK chain from the get-go here, but the Bazaar big update over this last week. But it's meant to be more than just a DFK chain item. It's possibly meant to be a cross-chain type item. It's also meant to be a good fit for other projects wanting to come on the DFK chain and build a game, build whatever. Anybody that wants to come build on the DFK chain, which is an Avalanche subnet, which has been working phenomenal, fractions of a penny, tons of transactions every day, they can come build and get some love from the DFK team. Okay, so they talked about that and how the Bazaar can really help play in both cross-chain and for other projects wanting to develop. And they also talked about the voting process. I know Bogside Chats was talking about that this week. They'd like to see more voting proposals coming out there. I think this might be one of them. Any of these big chains, they just kind of affirmed that, big changes like this, there'll be a voting. I think with a power token burn was a no-brainer. Like, who's going to vote against that? That's so bullish for the whole ecosystem for so many reasons, for the sustainability of DeFi Kingdoms. The power token burn being at 25% in the short term. Oh, man, I'm bullish on that. What do you think? Yeah.
How's it going? Feedback gone?
Feedback is gone. Let's go.
All right. We got a Yeti in the house, baby. See, when you got a problem like feedback, all you need to do is go find a Yeti or an Ogre, whatever.
There you go.
Creature you prefer.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes, baby. So
loving it.
I know. One of the things Bogside Chats, you didn't just catch that. Bogside Chats was talking about, they would love to see even like a weekly vote just to get us in the habit of voting proposals, lots of votes out there. I don't think we needed to on this power token one because it's such a no-brainer. I'm so bullish on the power tokens in the short term, but they did kind of reaffirm today in the AMA that they're going to be having lots of votes coming up on any big change, anything going on. They want to have the community more involved.
Yep.
It was almost like it was in response to what Bogside Chats was talking about. It kind of felt like when I was listening to it.
I may actually have a solution for that in the works. It's not ready yet, but it's coming. I don't know if y'all remember the Harmony Hub app from back in the day. I think that would be something that would be perfect for this project. Just saying. No promises, not saying anything about when, where, how, or why, but I think that would be perfect for this project, an app like that.
Hey, let's go. I love it. I love the trade room. He's cranking out videos now again for DeFi Kingdoms. We got new people coming in, making videos like Dags and Brovia. And, lots of good things going on out there. Sir Worm, lots of people putting out videos. Of course, Mythic Squad, always consistently putting out awesome videos. I just watched them the other night too.
So, to pull it back real quick, now that I got Mike and everything settled, some notes. Bazaar was a big thing talking about. They did bring up exploring the next chain. They talked about that. Now, granted, it was in response to whether or not Klaytn responded the way we wanted them to, but I mean, you could tell that they have been exploring the thought of a next chain. Now, that's a major undertaking, and that will probably be like multiple months of not having any real updates while they're grinding through the next chain. So that's something we need to think about and recognize as a community before they ever set out on that path. But I thought that was cool. They were talking about that.
Yeah.
Also, check the AMA voiceless chat in DeFi Kingdoms Discord server for links to those discussions that Grady mentioned earlier. The talk forum, to where you can get in there and start participating, not just in the votes, but in the conversation before the vote. Right. So your voice can be heard. You can drop your recommendations, or at the very least, read what other people are saying and maybe support someone you agree with a thumbs up or a reply or something like that. That's the difference between centralized and decentralized. It's, what are you doing? Right. Are you sitting there in the corner just waiting and expecting DeFi Kingdoms to blow up and pay you? Or are you actively participating in the growth of the project and the maintenance of the project? That's what decentralized is. It's us voluntarily picking up the trash on the side of the road, not having to go find a job to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love it. I love it, man.
All right. And I think that the order book Dex in the Bazaar is interesting.
Yes.
I'd also kind of. So it is a low cap exchange right now. So there is lots of room for craziness.
Okay, so
I'll
where
be
is
interested to watch? Say again?
Is it in the marketplace here? I haven't even looked at it yet.
Bottom left-hand corner. It took me forever to find it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like hidden down there. And depending upon screen size, like you might not even see it originally. I definitely think they've got to find a way to make those name tags pop, like the clickable NPCs.
Interesting.
I would recommend that.
So we got open orders here to buy, and then these are to sell.
No, the green
these
is
are buyers.
Yeah, green is buyers, red are sellers.
Okay, so I could just click on one. Can I click on one and buy it? Or interesting.
So it doesn't look like it. Is that updating anything down there? No.
I see. So I could just put in the price though. If I wanted to buy this one, for example,
yep,
I just put in the price
of 140 down below for a price per unit, and then your quantity. So you could do up to 4. You could,
or yeah, just hit market order and you can buy it or sell it.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, so first I've seen of this. Whew, I slept Ogre for 26 hours straight. Didn't even think it was possible.
You slept for 26 hours straight?
6 hours straight with a couple breaks of sleeping squeaked in. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I thought I was like, because I slept for a little over 15 after my day and a half drive home adventure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I haven't felt this good in a little while. So I'll tell you what, Kong and I have been talking a lot about getting our shit together, me more getting my shit together, and how I've just been, operating at a good solid 10% maybe output, my potential output.
Yeah. I can't disagree with him, man. Like, you could be a powerhouse if you organize things a little bit more. But I mean, we love you just the way you are. You're amazing. Like, you don't need to change. But if you do, you could be a lot more successful. I think he's right there.
Yeah. So we're starting to have talks about getting more serious with our YouTube channel, and just making I love making these connections. Connected with guys like, do you know Crypto Zombie? You ever met him?
Heard the name. Yeah.
Okay. See, he goes way back. He's a total OG in the space.
Yep.
Guy, and I think I'm getting him on either tomorrow or Saturday. Got really connected with Seth with Mind Your Biz. So
what are you talking about with him?
We talked about all just connected on personal levels. I love finding those dudes out there with the same.
If you're gonna have them on the channel, like I'm assuming you've got a topic or two for it.
Oh, sure, but I'll just have fun with these guys.
Yeah,
but just like we have, with Mind Your Biz, he's very much Seth with Mind Your Biz, big YouTube channel. He's got his head in the right place, and he's built up his channel, and he's a good dude. He looks for the same thing, the fundamentals of projects that are solid and wants to promote those. That's his vision. We'll be talking about that tonight, right after this video, 7 p.m. Central Grady time. We got Loudmouth coming on. Do you know Loudmouth?
Nope. Yeah, I know Loudmouth. Wait, where's he coming on?
He's coming on in less than an hour on this show. He's coming on at 7 p.m. Central Grady time in 39 minutes, baby.
Dude, I kind of want to come on that show with you guys. That's funny as hell. I know him very well from back when he was doing like the NFT communities days.
Yeah, he's a preacher. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that threw me off. Right, core values.
Technically, so much.
Spot. He's just wanting to be a blessing to the crypto community as a whole, and just a good dude all the way around.
Yeah, he is. He's a great dude.
So I really connected with him at the event with George. I got to change that from limit to market buy. Yeah, that's right. You got it, sir. Jewel Staker in the house. Noonie in the house. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, baby.
From the AMA. Okay, so they're moving slowly. They make, like, even with this partnership with Halliday and SwipeX,
yeah.
SwipeX
on ramp. And they also mentioned that, like those are two big ones, but there's also several other options for each of those in the shoot. So there's going to be multiple options to get money. Like, because SwipeX might not work for everyone everywhere, right? There might be some countries where you can't do it, or there might be high fees in your country versus where I am. So there might be, it sounds like there's going to be several options of how they connect on all ramps within it all.
And they said that. They said that in the AMA. They've talked to, before they picked Holiday, they had interviewed 12 other projects just like it that does the same thing. And they also said that, yeah, there's potentially more to come like those. And so they're slow moving. They want to do what's right by the community and everything. And so talking to lots of partners, many partners of all sorts, lots of conversations out there happening. So lots of bullish things to look forward to with DeFi Kingdoms. They keep grinding. They haven't been perfect, no. But are they grinding? Do they have their heart in the right place? Or do they have the right core values for projects that we look for? Heck yes. We're excited for the future. Lots of things coming, I think.
Definitely lots of things coming. I don't know. There's lots of stuff happening around the periphery. Like I'm sure you are as well, but I'm constantly talking to people around the outskirts about DeFi Kingdoms. Just every day there's a conversation with someone new, someone different. There's a lot of things happening right now in the background that are going to all kind of tie some things together. So I don't know. I'm excited. It's going to be a very interesting rest of the year. It might not be a great one financially. Like, we might see Black Swan event and craziness for a few months here. Who knows? But then again, that might do great things for crypto.
Yep. We've had a lot. It's really awful to see what's going on with Curve. That is an issue. And so, and then of course we got traders out there shorting it, like doing the opposite of what he's trying to do to save it. You know, it's like kind of the world we live in these days. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either. People are greedy.
I know it, right? Oh, it's a money-making opportunity. Let's crash Curve. Let's just further help to crash Curve. Is that a good move? Is that a good idea? Is that good for the ecosystem? No.
But I can 100x in 3 hours, bro.
Oh my gosh. Like,
all money ain't good money. That's for sure.
No, it's not. So we want to help support and back that. He's doing everything he can to save Curve in the ecosystem. That's a big deal. And that kind of stuff just irks me. Traders want to get in there and just make any dime that they can. And it's like, that's one. If you want to take a stand and get real, take a stand for what's right and what's for crypto, for the long-term longevity of crypto, unless we all just want to be Bitcoin maxis, okay, we got to have decentralized finance work, for example, in order for this space to move forward. And so
truth.
Oh, it's killing me. Okay. In the AMA, they also, and then also the Richard Hart thing. I just did a video on that, short video.
Right.
We'll see what happens there. Not too many people, there's not a whole lot of people out there that just think Richard Hart's a great guy. I don't think
the dude's a walking scam.
Right. There's not a whole lot of disagreement whether or not people like his twerking and his flaunting of watches. Okay.
Yeah, he's funny as hell, but he's a walking joke.
But he's a walking joke. Yes. I mean, and it's like, but he actually thinks that by flaunting all that, he kind of needs to do that, which is hilarious to me. But is he a scammer? That's a totally different question. Okay. And it's all about his ego. He was already a billionaire, before he even created Hex. So
was he though?
I don't know for sure.
I shouldn't say I know. My understanding was he is a scammer that had made a significant amount of money scamming people before Hex.
No,
and then
he was mining Bitcoin when it was less than $1. He's an early crypto adopter, and and then and as far as his on-chain activity with Hex, there's more weird things. Like, he's got control. We think we don't even know who has control, but it's got to be him. Over 85% of all the Hex tokens are just sitting there in a wallet. They've never been touched. He's never done anything that anybody, he's an easy target to make fun of, but has he ever done anything to scam people or be shady? He hasn't. Let me just make that clear. Up to this point, all these accusations that he's basically a scammer who's exploiting the community? Might be. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it would surprise anybody. But has he actually done that? No. And as far as like with it's not an ICO that is cloaked with the sacrifice thing. The sacrifice, you had to send the money right to this anti-aging clinic. The tax form, I got a tax write-off form, sending him money, donation. And he said, hey, you might get $0.00. There's no expectation of gain from this. So you might get nothing from this. But and he would then follow that statement up and say, but I got you.
All right. So,
and so
I just Googled Richard Hart scam.
Okay.
Top response was a Reddit post. Is Richard Hart a fraud and scammer? TLDR, yes. Let's start with his actual name. Yes, you may think that the creator of the Hex token is using his real name, but no.
Nope.
His real name is actual Richard James Schuler, also known as Convicted Spam King. If this isn't a big red flag, then I don't know what is.
Talk about a shit show in crypto right there.
Right.
So we'll see. I think he has his guns loaded to fight back, and I will be shocked if he doesn't fight back.
I would be too, because in reality, like, he's lost a lot of people a lot of money. But I mean, the people that are jumping in buying cryptocurrency, you better be ready to do that.
Well,
right. But in all reality, like, people think he's scammy because he does a lot of like borderline scammy stuff that some people would not call scams, but usually it's like right on that line of legit, like with the spam stuff. He found a vulnerability, a way to just send spam to people early on in the internet days.
Yeah.
And just mass flooded people's inboxes with advertisements and made a boatload of money off of it. Right. So, I mean,
I do remember hearing that now.
So, I mean, it's that type of stuff. Like, is he actually a scammer trying to screw people over?
That's the question.
I don't think he is, but there's not a single person in this world he gives a shit about except for himself. Like, every move he makes is to put more money in his pocket. If you can figure out his moves beforehand and make some money along with him, you're probably going to be in his camp and be a fan of Richard Hart, because from what little I do know about him, he telegraphs. So that way people that are paying attention and part of the actual community can benefit when the hypers and the FOMO comes in and all the people buying the bags show up.
Well, so here's the thing. So because I'm a mindlessly irresponsible degenerate degen, I did send $2,000. I sent $2,000 of the sacrifice just as a, because if you look at the market cap of Hex, I don't know about now, but it was which they won't show you, you know, coin market cap won't reflect that properly, but it's like a top 5 market cap coin, maybe top 4 market cap coin. And so, which is interesting, just that alone. Right. From my knowledge, I don't think he's ever done anything to do people wrong, to do the community wrong with Hex. With Pulse Chain, I'm almost sure, I could be wrong, he did not take, like when I sent the $2,000 for the sacrifice, it was directly with this anti-aging clinic. I got the tax write-off form and everything. So that's one thing that he's being accused of from the SEC, is that he defrauded the investors. We'll see. I mean, it could go down as that Richard Hart is just a scam artist.
Wait a minute, hold on.
$3.
Okay. Because I did not pay much attention to this at all when it was actually happening. So you sent $2,000 and bought $2,000 worth of anti-aging skin cream, and for that you're going to get airdropped.
It was a donation. It was a donation in hopes, and according to Richard Hart, his own words were, "You might get nothing out of this," because I think he had to say that, right?
Of course.
So it was in good faith that, hey, you'll get some PulseX tokens in reward. Well, when PulseX 2 days ago was at its all-time low, okay, I finally said, all right, I'm going to get out of here. And I got 1.3 ETH out. Even after the crash, I'm still in the green.
Nice.
And I left
like around 9 million PulseX tokens in there just in case, which since then it's like rebounded 50% at least, which so I did it at the worst time.
Right.
Yeah. And so he did all that, the donation thing, so that it was because he's smart. He's not an idiot. And he knows that he knows all the right rules and regulations as far as not being an ICO. And so unless he made some back end deal with that clinic to get a portion of that funds, and maybe, I don't know, maybe he did. You know, I don't think he got anything out of that. We'll see how this shakes out.
I guarantee he benefited from it somehow. He may not have gotten anything directly from that because then that would have been too obvious or something like that. But the fact that all that money went there, that will somehow come around through a contract or something.
Something.
Guarantee it'll benefit some company of his somewhere somehow.
Could be. It could be. And who knows with that? It's not like I've got my hopes up real high that he's a good guy, but
I'm not saying he's not a good guy.
Here's where he benefits. I don't
because he puts himself first, and I mean he does it pretty transparently. It's not like he's pretending.
Right.
He's not running around being like, "Oh, I love you. I'm gonna make you rich." Like he's like, "No, look at all the money I just took off you, bitches. Look at these watches." Right. So,
well, see, I don't know if that was from Hex. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's made money on Hex. I mean,
I guarantee that dude's made money on every move he's made.
But see, here's the thing with him. He's not, I don't think it's money driven for him. His ego. It's all about his ego.
True.
And so he gets off on being this hero of crypto.
Big egos are expensive to maintain.
I know. And so he already had a lot of money. And I'm pretty sure he was like a billionaire from crypto, from first Bitcoin. Then he put it in ETH. So he moved off Bitcoin, went to ETH and made a shit ton from ETH. And then now, and so he just made a killing.
Right.
And so he gets off on bragging that he doesn't do harm to the community. And so we'll see. We will see. I'm just saying, I'll be surprised if it just goes down in history. Like for example, Alex Mashinsky's looking to go down in history is just kind of full of shit. Scammer, which surprises me. I didn't see that one coming. I thought he was a pretty good guy. He was out there all the time doing interviews and, you know, passionate guy, seemed legit. Nope, that doesn't look like it. I still don't know what to think about Do Kwon. He was arrogant. We know that, but so
that whole time you've been talking, I've been staring at your shirt because the green screen with the Serendale makes the Serendale transparent. So it's actually like you can see the picture behind it. It's pretty cool. Sorry.
And where my DeFi Kingdoms hat does that too. Anyways, it's like been wild to see that. But what was really interesting is I got out on the lows of Pulse Chain, and I'm still in the green.
Yep.
I still made, so it's not like, I don't know.
That's awesome.
And then since then, literally, it's done like a V-shaped recovery. I'm pretty sure I picked the bottom when they get
whatever out. You sold out. You got your original investment out, and you still had what, like 9 million more.
9 million
just to play with, bro. Yeah. That's a win on top of a win right there.
There you go. We'll take it. I'm not losing sleep over it.
Oh yeah.
So okay, yeah, it's like a side curve play. I think Brown Gent did a really good video on it. He had a good. Because there's so many people it's easy to kick people when they're down. And it's he's an easy target to hate on. Right?
Yeah, he is.
Himself up for that. Brown Gent did a good video on it. He's like, you know what? This might be a good DGen play. So that was because, you know, he's careful with what every freaking penny he ever spends. He is like careful with. So he's not a degenerate, mindlessly irresponsible degen like myself, who's crypto's #1 shit show right here in the house. Is it Richard Hart? It's Crypto Grady. Let's go. Okay.
Whatever. Hey, a couple more things on the AMA roll.
Yeah, let's go.
Reel it back in. Talk about equipment. 2 things that I thought were interesting.
Yeah.
Crafting is one, you will be crafting intermediate items. So like you might have to craft a hilt and then also craft a blade, and then you take those 2 items and create an NFT that is now equipment. The NFTs themselves, the equipment will be NFTs rather. So armor, helmets, swords, all that are going to be NFTs. They will not be sold in the bazaar, most likely. It sounds like they're going to figure out a new place, which I think it just makes sense. Like create an armorer NPC, create a blacksmith NPC, create an enchanter, and well, you already have the alchemy spot, right? So you just do it through there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely cool stuff we could do there. So I mean, crafting sounds like it's going to be a game changer on top of it. I just love the way they keep inventing new crap like this, and it's all just like epically inventive. And it's like, wait, we're doing what? I don't know. And I mean, yeah, granted, it's not like recipes and crafting hasn't been done before, but nobody else in blockchains doing something like this. None of the games.
They hit
a little bit.
They hit a lot on crafting today. Hubert came out, got out there talking crafting. That's so exciting. Crafting, I think, is sooner than we think. There might be different levels and forms of crafting, but I think we're going to be seeing just some things I picked up on from Dreamer, talks with Workhorse. That might not be a year out. That might be sooner than we think.
Bruh, there's no way I believe it's a year out. Like, was it at the beginning of this call you mentioned that there was supposed to be a DFK announcement down in Vegas, but they postponed it. Like, so there's definitely something coming. And I mean,
probably getting your mic fixed.
We just got the bazaar, right? So we know it's not that. What else are we waiting on?
It's not the bazaar. I know what it is. They told me.
I mean, it's obvious what it is. What else are we waiting on? We're waiting on PvP and PvE, right? Those are the next two big things.
I'll give that away. It actually wasn't that either. The announcement. Okay. But it's coming. They just said, Dreamer said they need to push it back another 2 to 4 weeks. And so I know what that announcement's going to be. And it's interesting. It's so just continue to, one thing they talked about today on the AMA was all the partnerships, all the people they've been talking to, all the different things already going on, along with, it wasn't the bazaar, but there's other things the bazaar is going to tie into. They talked today about wanting it to be, it's not cross-chain yet, but that's part of the vision of the bazaar.
That and the fact that it could be utilized by other games to tie in as their decks.
Yes.
So, that's huge as well.
Frisky got in there and he piped up and said, this is also part of the bazaar. As other devs, other games, other projects want to develop on the DFK chain, will be able to have access to the bazaar also, baby. Let's go.
So, I mean, you put Honk on there, couldn't you?
What's that?
Couldn't you put Honk on there? Isn't that token on DFKChain, or do they have it on another chain?
Which token?
Oh, Honk token.
Honk.
Yes. So Honk could go in there, even if it's got low liquidity. Like, you don't need a huge LP inside the DEX. You could drop it in there.
Yep.
That's exactly what this is designed for. When you don't have tens of millions to drop in and create a $100,000 liquidity pool, but you still want to be able to trade stuff, you can on the bazaar, even if you only have one egg, right? And there's no other eggs there. You can still trade it because you put it up for the price you want. Order books, baby.
Yeah, I mean, this was brought up a three-handed sword. Hey,
So-
they didn't say no. They didn't shoot it down.
Yes, they did. Come on now. There's somebody asked if it was a one-handed or two-handed and then three-handed. In my mind, those are like weapon slots, right? And what they didn't shoot down is the fact that you might have the ability, like it might be some monk's ability to have a third weapon slot, right? Or some pet may end up having the ability to keep a healing potion always armed, so you don't have to keep it in your offhand or something like that. You know what I mean? So I think that's more what they meant by the third hand thing. But
yes, right? Probably.
It was what you were going to say was probably a lot funnier.
Yeah, I know. So here's the takeaway that everybody needs to have. I know what this announcement was going to be, and George thinks it's huge. Okay, I'll just tell you, there's bigger announcements that have not yet been announced coming. There is an onslaught of DeFi Kingdoms announcements to come in the next 1 to 2 months. We'll say.
I like it.
There is. Just Hang in there, fam. I know we had, who was it that said, I can't wait? Umar, just hang in there. Wait a little longer. Hang in there, baby, because there's so much coming. So Christian Peter and I, we hung out a lot. We both talked about right now, of course, always bullish on Jewel. We're stacking some Jewel. Also, I'm short-term bullish on power tokens, the 25% burn. I can't believe that's not being talked about enough, man. It's just, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Well, we need a burn like the web or Ethereum has a website you can go to and see like the daily burn rate and like see historical. If we need something like that, like any of you out there, any of you devs, hook that up. That would be a great tool, and people would love that. It would be utilized in all sorts of streams. I guarantee it. Be like, look at the burn rate, everybody. We are burning the crap out of some jewel and some jade and crystal. Words.
Yeah. See, I'm pumped about this proposal to Klaytn, but I know this. The Dreamer's been talking to a lot of blockchains out there that are very eager to have a realm. Okay, so if things don't work out with Klaytn, I know they've got plans B's and C's and D's.
And there's some other big ones that are coming up. I mean, you think about like what Sui and Aptos are doing, like those are pretty huge. If they get over on what is it, FinCent or the XDC, that chain, like that's another great place they could go. And that's on top of like the standard Ethereum layer 2s, like Optimism, the ZK chain, Polygon. Any of those would be great places as well. As would doing something even cooler and more creative and making a layer 3 on top of their Avalanche L2 to handle more transactions for specific game functions or something like that. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff they could do. The one thing we need to keep in mind is they love to innovate.
Yep.
They're not just building a game.
Yeah,
They're the designers and the developers. Part of the reason that this is so awesome and it's been continuing is because they're actually loving what they're doing. They are creating something brand new that nobody else has done in most cases.
Yeah,
they'll use building blocks as Legos from other spots where they have them developed and are good to go. Like,
right?
What was it? 1 inches or curves governance system that they got the whole X Jewel the C Jewel and S Jewel from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like they're innovating everything, right? They're using smart building blocks, but they're creating stuff that's totally new. And that's one of the huge reasons why I love this project.
Yes, I know. So I know that if things weren't to work out with Klaytn, and I hope they do, like you said, that's an untapped Asian market out there. But if things don't work out with Klaytn, no worries. They've got plans, B's and C's and D's they've been working hard on. Okay. And just for the other realms too. So I'll be really, it would make me all the more bullish on Jade too. So in the short term, I'm kind of thinking with this burning going on with Crystal, we're already well up over 3 million Crystal burned out of existence.
Wow.
And man, I don't know how much Jade's burned, but more people right now are summoning and hatching eggs on Crystal.
Was it 500 million?
What's that? No, it's 250 million tokens ever to be in existence, and that's now minus 3 million. So it's like
we're already like above 1% of the total supply burned.
Yes, over 1%, and it's
what?
It's
like a month.
It's like a lot is being burned.
It hasn't even been a month. It's only been a couple of weeks.
Well, but it was already getting burned at 5%. Now it's 25%. Also,
right.
When you come in here on Crystal Vale and you go in here to the meditation circle, you can do these token offerings. 75% of all these are burned. We know also with duels, 75% of all the power tokens used in duels are burned. So, and they're just going to figure out more ways to burn those bad boys.
All right, developers in the crowd, you guys have an assignment if you're willing to accept it. Look into those smart contracts and see where those burned tokens are going. There's got to be a way we can find the address they're burning them to, because you can't actually burn a token. It has to be just sent to a burn address. So if we can find that address, or if there's multiple addresses and monitor them,
yes,
that's pretty cool.
I know. I would love to see how much Jade has been burned. The market cap of the power tokens is like, Jade at least is less than $1 million.
It's ridiculous.
It is so slow. I mean, goodness gracious. Okay.
Sound right.
Yeah. Insane. I'm not sure which is right. If it's like Coin Market Cap. If we look at Coin Market Cap and we search Jade. Let's do it real quick. Jade. Okay. You got to go to DeFi Kingdoms Jade. It's saying
should be about $2.5 million market cap.
Fully diluted valuation.
Okay.
That it's not even close to being fully diluted.
Fair point, because they haven't even started unlocking yet.
Yeah. Man, normally they have the regular, just what the market cap is here.
Is no one right there?
I don't even know if it's half fully diluted. I don't even think half of the tokens are in circulation yet.
If you scroll out on the right side where the chart was.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, yeah, so it's only showing fully diluted again.
Yeah. Huh.
Interesting.
Now the market, it does tell you here when you come in here and you go to the Klaytn chain. I guess we can just do that. Klaytn mainnet. Okay. And you click this, you click the bar, or you click your login spot guy. It tells you, maybe I got to refresh the Jade market cap. Let's go. Okay. 765,000.
Jesus.
The total market cap.
Yep.
6 million. But again, you know, that Jade is slowly being unlocked over time. So yes, it's certainly not
very, very slowly now, because it doesn't even start unlocking until week 52, which is like what, sometime in November or something like that?
Yeah, November, December.
Yeah.
I mean, miners are unlocking it
a little bit.
And so when you've got gardeners that can get that boosted APY, you get pets in there with the power surge, or pets even better. What I think a lot of people still don't know is that the profession stat increased automatic increase bonus, when you get one of those two pets in there, that will really increase it. It will over double. The one with the profession stat increase bonus will over double your APR from the gardens.
Wow.
So it's like, man, it's not a bad play getting a little bit of Jade in there. I think right now, and at least in the short term.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, come at the end of the year, maybe not as good of a play with Jade. But in the short term, I feel like, especially if we get some more adoption into this game, look out.
Yep.
With these, even the power tokens, of course, our main tokens, always going to be Jewel. And with the Bazaar, it only helps Jewel.
Right.
But whoo, baby.
Yeah.
Short-term bullish on those power tokens. I could see an easy 5 to 10x.
Yeah, I mean, are you serious? Like, this game is ripe for a basic, and again, not financial advice, but my personal opinion. Like, yes, we could see a 10x across the board without even thinking about it. I mean, for 1 penny power tokens to 10 cents, 15-cent Jewel to $1.50. Like, yeah, I could definitely envision that. I've seen it 10x from there. Like,
right.
I could definitely envision that now.
Right.
Especially with all the moves that they're making now to make it simpler for the average non-Web3 person to just jump in and start playing this game and be like, wait, we're playing crypto right now? Mm-hmm. But I know how to do this. This is easy. Yeah, that's going to be huge.
You got it. So bullish on this game. Tons of announcements to come. Hang in there, DeFi Kingdoms fam. Hang in there, DeFi Kingdoms community. Whew. Lots to come, I believe, with this project. He's out there with George Dreamer. You know, he said on the AMA, he got a personal invite from George himself. I mean, nice. Ryan D. Evans was there. talking about your lives, talking about needing some funding. We talked to some big VCs there. I really connected with a big VC.
Nice.
Just looking for projects to invest in.
His last name wasn't Crystal by chance, was it?
Huh?
Last name wasn't by chance Crystal, was it?
I don't think so. I forgot her name already.
Oh, no, this was I have a buddy who just flew out to Vegas to meet with some deep pockets and big investors. Like now is the time. There's a lot of projects that are getting funded right now, right before, right in the middle of all this crazy global financial stuff. There's a lot of deep pockets that are saying, you know what, screw all the countries and their fiat currencies. We're pulling out and we're investing in projects.
Yeah.
We're investing in people that are developing and creating something.
Right.
So if you're out there and you're watching and you're on the fence as to whether or not you should start your project, you better get on it because the window's going to close. This won't last forever. I give it like a few more months. And then we're going to see some sort of black swan event in the global finances.
Right.
And then everything's going to change again.
And we could see that. We could, like, August is traditionally a bad month for crypto. So we could see some more downturns, but man, not a bad time to start DCAing into some of these things.
Nope.
Okay, baby. So I'm about to go live. It's 6:53. So in 7 minutes, I'm going live with Loudmouth, baby.
Let me unplug with you then so you can go ahead and get ready, take a pitch or something.
Right. Love you guys. DeFi Kingdoms bullish. Dragons Crossing bullish. Lots of good things going on there. Bullish on, because at least in the gameplay of Dragons Crossing, it is absolutely addictive, fun game to play. Bullish with other projects, grinding through the bear. That's what we look for. Projects who are grinding through the bear, strong core values that have their heads in the right places. They're looking forward. They're grinding. DeFi Kingdoms, that's why we're here. That's what this channel looks for. Projects grinding through the bear with awesome teams. They may not be the best at communication, at messaging, at marketing. No, I can't hardly find a team that can't get out of their own way. It feels like in crypto at all. But are they awesome dudes, awesome people, smart devs, grinding through the bear market? Yes. All kinds of good things coming. Look out, crypto world, at all the awesome innovation happening. So much going on. Love you guys. Ogre and Crypto Grady out. Love you guys. Baby.